Hello, this is wmpyr, and for today's video I want to talk about this thing right here, which is basically self-defense keychain. It doesn't have to be this model. It can be like a Kubotan where it's just straight, or anything that's basically attached to your keychain that's made for like impact or striking type purposes. Some people will say that this has no stopping power, and all you're going to do with something like this is you're going to make the bad guy more angry if you actually hit them with this. Well, yeah, that may be true, all right, that it definitely doesn't have stopping power, and you should assume that it can make your assailant more angry. However, if you look at it in the terms of boxing, there is not a boxer in the world that doesn't have a jab in their arsenal. In fact, there is not a kickboxer or an MMA fighter in the world that doesn't have a jab in their arsenal. So in the same way, like a jab, this can be very, very useful even though it doesn't have stopping power. Okay, so one of the things that I like to do is to attach whatever device it is to attach it to a ring that's nice and oversized like so, all right, to where I could actually put my finger inside there, like so. So if I had to, I could hold it this way, and I can flip it around, so I could use the whole thing as a flail, where the device and the keys can be flung, and then I could do something like this, all right, and then I could smash this way if needed. But I kind of like that capability, so I recommend a ring like this. Now, once you attach everything to the ring, you have to test it out for sure. So put it on and, fling it around and practice with it. And if your ring is too weak, you might find out that this kind of thing might happen right here, where basically it starts to stretch the ring, and the ring in this case was too weak. All right, so you want to find out beforehand. So do some practice, and if this is the case, then you have to go with something thicker. So in this case, this works very, very well for me. All right, the next issue that I want to talk about is the device a lot of times turns into basically like a makeshift handle. So you end up holding it, like if it's a Kubotan or whatever, you're going to end up holding the device, even if it's a pepper spray, a small pepper spray can, you're going to hold it, and then the keys turn into basically a flail type device, all right? So you're going to be flinging this into their eyes and stuff to cause some distraction so that you can run away. All right, that's easier said than done. So the first thing is to try it, okay? So swing it around and see what it's like, okay? The next thing is you want to actually try it on the ground. Okay, so if you have some carpet, try it on the carpet. That's perfect. Don't do it on a wooden floor because you might mess up your floor. But on carpet, it may not be a bad place to practice, or just outside on the grass or something like that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're actually going to hit the ground back and forth, and you're going to see that it does take some practice to measure the distance properly. If not, you're going to bang your hand against the ground. And that's something you don't want. In real life, that might be your hand banging against their skull, and your knuckles may not be conditioned. You may not want that. So you do have to practice that. And another thing is, when you are flinging the keys like this to the person, okay, if you practice on the ground, you're going to find this out real fast, that at certain angles, it's going to be fine. Like, for example, the way I'm holding it like this way, it's fine. Okay, this way, the keys going back and forth this way doesn't hurt me, okay? But if I go in this angle right here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the top of the keys right here dig into my knuckles right there. So basically it could make some skin come off, especially if I'm going as hard as I can, under pressure, there's a lot of force being exerted, then yeah, I can hurt myself, sure. Those are minimum kinds of damage done to myself, and it's worth it if I can get away. However, just with a little bit of practice, you can overcome that to where that's not going to be happening, and you'll be able to, do much, much more without doing any damage to yourself with just a little bit of practice. So find the proper angle when you're swinging this around. And the same goes with the reverse. If you're actually holding the keys to your favor and you're swinging this around, you got to practice it and try it and actually hit something like on the ground and stuff, and then see when it rebounds and stuff, is it hurting your hand? If it goes this way, is it better than if it's going this way? Usually this way, if you guys can see, this is on the ring. See, if the device goes like this, and in this case, you can see the device is nice and flat this way, so the flat side doesn't hurt me too much going this way. But if I go vertical this way, okay, as you can see, this right here is going to hit me right on the fingers and stuff. That could be a little bit on the uncomfortable side. So you want to be able to control the angles when you are doing stuff like that. Last but not least, one of the reasons why I also like carrying something like this is sometimes I'm picking up groceries, opening the door, or whatever, and it just makes it kind of handy to just have something attached to the keys like this, and I could easily just do this. If not, I have to put the keys all the way into my pocket and stuff, and just being able to just put it like that is nice and convenient, and then once I move the stuff or whatever, I can easily take it out again. So I do highly recommend that you attach some sort of self-defense tool to your keys. After all, every time you go outside, you're going to have your keys. So it's a good idea to do that. Then you'll always have something with you every time you go outside. So stay safe. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.